Hey y'all, and welcome to today's hair tutorial. We are going to get into some knotless braids. I plan on doing really small sections, small braids down to my waist with curly ends, no boho curly pieces throughout. I'm going on a trip and I want this hairstyle to be low maintenance. I kind of want them to give boneless braids in a way, just because I want them to be very lightweight, flowy, and effortless. So let's get into it. Today I'm doing something a little different in terms of color. I am not with 1B anymore. I am now with color number 4 and 30. So I went ahead and purchased 3 packs of the number 4 and 1 pack of the number 30, just because I want this to be throughout, but I don't want the braid to be this bright. Both of these are from Outre Expressions. They are pre-stretched hair. That's definitely what you want. So the ends feather out. And the lengths are 52 inch. In terms of the human hair that I'm leaving at the ends, I went ahead and picked up the Free Trust human hair. This is in the length 18, and I also got her in the color 4. Today I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to spray my hair down with some sheen spray just to get out any tangles and knots throughout the hair, because I am going to be mixing it to get my perfect color blend. Lately I have been really enjoying this Jamaican mango and lime gel for my braids. For my edges, I'm going to be using the Edge Fixer. This is their new formula, girl, so we're going to test her out and see if she's any good. As you can see, it says extreme hold, so I'm super excited to see if this works. You're always going to need a rat tail comb for parting, edge brush for your edges, duck clips for parting as well, and arguably this is the most important tool. I went ahead and purchased a 3-part mirror so I can just have a seamless experience when it comes to my parting. All of these materials and products will be linked in my description box below.
Talk that shit now, about to get ate up.
Hey, niggas ain't gotta respect. Niggas just gotta accept. I put that top left. I love my cruddy to death. Hype Williams, no X. If you don't say it the record, give a fuck. Yeah. I put some ice on her hand. I let her take it in advance. She wasn't going as planned. I put her shit in the van. She gotta move with a friend. Her she went back to her man. Give a fuck. I just put a wagon in the driveway, you know I did. When I shoot my shot, it's still go wild way it's going in. Me and Lil Sicko sitting sideways, breaking tents. Used to be an antisocial nigga, now I'm making friends. I just got a mansion out in Texas, it's a beachfront. If she bringing 4 friends, I know I hit at least one. Got them all tanning by the pool and they greased up. Police in my city, man, I keep their pockets greased up.
Now, if you are a newbie, I got you with some tips. You are going to start off by saturating the roots of your hair with braiding gel. Then you want to separate your hair into 3 sections. You're going to braid each section down 3 times. Once you're done, you are going to then insert your braiding hair. You want to insert the hair in between your pointer and your thumb finger, okay? Small sections so your braids don't start off bulky. Once you insert it, drop her down, and then you're going to braid it down 2 times. Then you are going to insert the hair 2 more times. Since you started off with 3 sections, you are going to insert 3 times. Once you're done that, you want to braid down the hair. This is what's going to allow the hair to grip and not slip. Now, if you are following my tutorial exactly, you will also be using 52 inches and you will also want boneless braids. So I only had to add 3 pieces of braiding hair, okay? If you want your braids long down to your ankles, you'll add in more. And if you want them thicker than my braids, you'll add in more. Once you're done with braiding the hair down and you have a really good grip, you're going to pull the hair to the front. If you are braiding down fast, you want to separate the hair and you don't want it to tangle. You can do this by pulling out the middle section. Okay, now that we are down to the very end, this is where we want to add in the curly hair. I'm not adding it in with nail glue or any of that jazz. You are going to simply add the hair in between your middle finger and your pointer finger this time around, and then you're going to continue braiding down as normal. Keep braiding down the curly hair until all of the straight hair is gone. You should have a really itty bitty tiny piece of hair like this, and all you're going to do is smooth that down with some braiding gel, okay? At the end of the video, I will be dipping my ends, and that is what's going to make the hair last and be secure. I went all the way to Jamaica, girl, ahead of time, and none of my curly pieces came out, okay? Now, moving on to the brick layer. You are going to want to start sectioning your hair out in the middle. So since I started my first row off with 4 braids, I'm going to do 5 braids on top. And each layer, I'm going to add a braid. That is going to be how you get the brick layer, okay? Always start in the middle and have your braids lay in between each braid. Follow these steps and you should be good to go. Don't forget to like this video.
Me and Capo tryna leave our market piece to Easter. Ain't nobody making too much money on the beach stuff. But I be for rapper cause I'm never with the sweet stuff. Johnny came from Mexico, she know she got the sweet stuff. Hey, niggas ain't got respect, niggas just got accept.
Okay, you guys, so we finished the back. I have 5 rows in total. I think I told you guys that I was going to do 4. I ended up doing 5 because I had to reach the top of my ear. So now the sections in the rows that I create in the front can seamlessly match the back. So now it's time to get our middle part. Not only is this necessary for the style in general, but it's going to help you portion out your rows in the front so they are straight and not slanted. So go ahead and give yourself a middle part. Now that my middle part is nice and crisp, I'm going to go straight down to the top of my ear, and this is going to cut off, this is going to be the cutoff for the front portion of the braids. You also want to make sure that this line matches up perfectly on the other side as well.
Hey, niggas ain't got respect, niggas just got accept. I put that top left, I love my cruddy to death. Hype Williams, little X, if you don't say it direct, give a fuck.
Alright, so now that I have my middle portion section out, I'm going to go ahead and continue with my brick layering. I'm going to start in the back, in the middle, because that's where I've started all the other bricks, and I want to make sure that they continue to fold and overlap correctly. So after you do your braids, you probably will have a small piece of hair left over. Basically what you want to do is connect this part to the front. Alright, so now that I got my section, I'm doing the same exact process. I'm putting in 3 pieces to start. So now I'm taking smaller portions of hair, and also just to frame my face in the front, I'm only using most of the color 4 in terms of the braiding hair, just because I don't want anything to look too harsh. Even though it's brown and I've done blonde braids before, like girl, I don't know. I'm just trying to be careful. I just want this to look as seamless as possible. So on the perimeters, I'm going to use most of the 4 color, and I'm going to be splitting my current portions, which is about this big, into 2, just because the hair around the perimeter of my head is much thinner, and I don't want the braid to start off bulky.
Come to the top of the car. Don't abide by the law. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. I keep it stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy. Lot of model bitches check for me. Nigga don't check for me unless you got checks for me. I kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when Kilo had the spot in Treasury. So many hoes had to get up, I said to me. She left her body home and brought her neck to me. I did a walk through that shit, the jet to me. Y'all niggas show price less than my jewelry. One of my arms worth a ticket. Watch so much that a car came with it. Back in the day, I used to roll with no mask on. Shit on my wrist, I would've killed the whole house full. Then I went to school high, I ain't go to class though. I was with the OGs, learning about the glass though.
Okay, you guys, so I just wrapped up completing my last and final braid, and now it's time for the finishing touches. But before we jump into that, let me show you like the immaculate brick layer that I created throughout my head, okay? Wow! Y'all can't tell me my part's not crisp. I actually think that this is the most crispest parts I've ever had, girl. Like, the parts are so crisp and so neat. The braids are neat. It's probably why it took me almost 3 days to complete, but it's okay. I don't even mind because they look really, really good, and I'm about to have this style all summer long, okay? So let's get into what we gotta do to wrap this up, baby, because I'm tired. First things first, I'm going to trim some of the hair. I don't want the hair to be like in my thong, right? Probably like here. Lovely. Now I'm gonna go in with some sheen spray because I want the hair to be like really shiny. I actually don't think that I showed you guys this earlier in the beginning of the video, but Shine and Jam is my go-to when it comes to sheen spray and mousse because their mousse is hella thick. Like, watch this. That's exactly what you need. I'm gonna put this everywhere except for on my edges, which is why I'm pushing the braids back so I can see exactly where I'm placing it. Now, I'm not too worried about the ends because I'm about to dip these. I have water boiling in my kettle right now, so we're gonna get the ends together in just a second. Oh my god, I have so many braids. I don't know how many, but do know that I ended up doing 5 rows in the back and like 8 rows in the front. I was only expecting to do 4 rows in the back and 6 rows in the front. I don't know how I ended up doing so many rows. Maybe it's just the fact that I got a big ass head. And now I'm gonna go in with this edge fixer to do my baby hairs. I left a lot of baby hairs out because I want them to be dramatic. They're so lightweight that I can already like toss them to the side and stuff too. Also, let's talk about how much hair from the packs that I used. So I almost went through 2 packs of the color number 4 hair, and this is what I have left over. So basically 1 whole bundle, because you know it comes in a 3-pack. And when it comes to the color 30 or 33, whatever color was the lightest color, I used almost 1 full pack, but I have this left. So far 2 packs of the 4, 1 pack of the 30, and then I have damn near a whole bundle of the curly hair. So I think you can make just one bundle stretch since you're only putting it at the ends, but if you're putting it throughout, you're definitely going to need about 3 packs depending on how full you want your boho braids to be. And let me give you guys a tip. If you have very fine, thin hair towards the perimeter of your scalp like I do, I realized that I had an easy time with gripping my hair this time around because I washed my hands in between each braid when it came to the front and my middle part. I was not playing around. Wash your hands and get the residue of the gel off of your fingers so you have a better grip. You want the hair to be dry. So I only use the gel to part, but when it comes to actually touching the hair, especially the root of the hair, don't add any gel because that's what makes your hands slip. The consistency and the slippage from the gel is gonna make you lose your grip, and you're gonna think that you don't know how to braid tightly. It's not you, it's that gel. So just don't use a lot when you want things to look really crisp. So when it comes to dipping the hair, I'm only gonna focus on the area where the braid and the curls meet. So this middle area is what needs to get dumped. I don't want to fully dump this hair because I don't want it to lose its curl pattern. It's boiling hot water. And even though the thing says human hair, I don't know. Okay, you guys. So, just finished dipping the ends and it has calmed down the curls a lot, which I really, really like. Here's a close-up of how they're looking. These braids are so lightweight and they get effortless. Like the way I'm just throwing them around, like they don't even hurt. That's how lightweight they are. Here's a close-up. Again, 8 rows in the front on each side, so 16 in total, which is insane. 5 in the back. And so many braids, I'm not even going to attempt to count them, girl. Just know it's a lot. The color payoff and the blend is super pretty. The curl pattern is perfect, and the color of the curls is a little bit lighter than the 4, but it's a little bit darker than the 30. So it's like just the perfect overall blend of colors. Like, get into it. So yeah, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this hair tutorial. If you did, please be sure to give me a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what's wrong with you, sister girl. I don't know what your beef is with me, but get it together. Comment down below for what styles you want to see from me next, and I will see you guys in the next hair tutorial. Bye, mamas.